Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is who, it is we, we, we. We means yes in French. It is Rosie Rosette 2020. Pal, how are you guys doing tonight? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I am looking for a car, and that's a little, that's a little something. Oh, you know what? I gotta tell you guys this. I took a picture on Instagram and going like that, and I was eating some greens. Let me tell you, I made some greens. Um, well, I cheat. Okay, I get the frozen greens, and I doctor them up. Okay, so I don't clean them and all that. I ain't got time for all that. That's old school. Anyway, so I made some greens. I put onions, red onions, and then I use a some type of stock from some chicken that I bake or whatever. I never throw away that stock, and I've taught my son to do the same thing. I'll put it in greens or rice or um, I make my own soups, whatever. So anyway, I made greens, yams. Oh yes, those yams. I made it. I took my time. Okay, I took my time. I didn't rush. I My stepfather taught me how to uh, warm up the sugar and the syrup and the butter and everything, and then you pick the spoon up, and if it, I don't know what you call it, I forgot what you call it, but if it's like kind of syrupy, then you put in the, well, I bake my yams before, and then I put them in, I peel them off, and then I put them in that little syrup or whatever. Ooh. So I made chicken. Oh, I baked some chicken. The chicken was so good. Perfect. You know how I'm heavy-handed with it when it comes to seasoning. My friend, when we were in Vegas, this stuff, I told you about chicken and butts, right? It's on the strip. I think it's black on. Anyway, the stuff was barely edible. And she was like, "Ooh, it's kind of salty." I was like, "You know what? You've been around white folks too long." I said, "I don't care." I'm not. Listen, I was like, "No, I like a little seasoning. I like a little seasoning." There's one meme where someone says, the guy is like, "Okay, what are you bringing to the office potluck?" And he has a whole bunch of seasonings or whatever. Yeah. And you know what? I have to be honest. I haven't traveled all over the world. I have not been to every country in America, but I've been to 48. So, you know, I have a few under, not everywhere, but I have a few. I haven't been to India, I haven't been to Brazil, blah, blah, blah. But mostly everywhere that I went, the food is nice and good and tasty. But the only place that I went and the food was just horrible was London. My God, that food was so bad. We were so hungry. The last night, I forgot something lame. That's where all the Indian restaurants are. People told me to go there. Now that food was so good. And my ex and I, we were so hungry. I know I've told you, I said this a lot of times before, but literally, I think I licked the plate. It was everything. Anyway, why am I telling you guys this? Oh, okay. So on Instagram, I think I got a piece of green in my teeth. So on Instagram, I have a picture and it's going like that. I think I have a piece of green in my teeth. Anyway, okay. So that being said, let's kick these numbers. So you guys know that I go over. Let me see. Okay, so I go over the stats for COVID, and I first I do California, where I reside. Then I head down to the United States. Then we head over to Texas, down to Florida, up to New York City. Then we cover New York State, and then over to Michigan. And if there's another state that starts to creep up, um, creep up in stats or numbers or rates or whatever, I'll add that too. And I think, you know what, tomorrow I think I might see if I can go get the COVID shot. Listen, I want to go ahead and get it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. I hope I don't. I hope I don't get the COVID. Anyway, okay. But again, I want to get in a white rich area. I don't want to go to the ghetto or whatever, because I think there's different types of vaccines, whatever. And I just like when you want to go to the hospital, you want to go to the good hospital, you want to go to ghetto hospital. Excuse me. I went to go get my eyes checked in Mountain View. Now, Mountain View is Google. Google's Mountain View. So you know everything in Mountain View, you know. Even though Los Altos is really nice or whatever. I went to El Camino Hospital for something, but the hospital I went to in Mountain View, it was nice. I mean, you know, that's nothing but money. Google money. Anyway, okay, let's go. So I want to go somewhere where I might go to Cupertino. Now that's Apple. I might go to Cupertino and see where if I can get a shot in Cupertino. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. Okay, so in California, let's look at some of these top stories. And new COVID-19 cases plummet in California. Yay. Okay. COVID-19 in California maps tiers. Okay, well, I guess there's not really any top stories in COVID. Okay. California coronavirus variants 20% more infectious, resistant to antibodies. New study finds. Let's see. California coronavirus case rate among nation's lowest. Good. Okay. In California, the Golden State coronavirus case rates now the lowest in the continuous USA. 5 California counties moved to orange. COVID-19 restrictions. Sacramento stays in red. So I think orange is next to yellow. Now, is after yellow, is it clear? I don't know. Okay. COVID-19 in California. Here are all counties that cannot reopen under Gavin Newsom's reopening tiers. And you know what? They're trying to kick Gavin Newsom out, which is idiotic, because if it wasn't for him and London Breed, it would be a lot more than 50,000+ people who have passed away. Gavin Newsom saved California. London Breed, Mayor London Breed, she saved San Francisco. If it wasn't for London Breed, because she's the first one to shut it down, she shut that shit down. If it wasn't for her, I think San Francisco would have mirrored New York City. I think it would have been even worse, because I'm not gonna, because then people are gonna say, just leave it alone. Okay. All right. So this says coronavirus tracker. California reported 2,698 new cases and 93 deaths as of April 20th. We'll see, because those numbers don't match the numbers in the CDC or the New York Times or whatever. California variant of coronavirus infects Kuali family. Kuai family. I don't know who Kuala family is. All right. Okay, so let's just go back. All right. So in California has 3 point. See, those numbers are not right. Those numbers are not right, because remember I said it was 2,698. This one says 2,481. Whatever. Okay, so in California has 3.72 million cases of coronavirus, COVID-19. In the past 24 hours, this study says 2,481 new cases. In the past, in the past 24 hours, 2,481 people have been contaminated, or they have caught it or something like that. Okay, or tested. There you go, tested. As far as deaths, let's get this blood pressure down. Let's stretch out. Okay, as far as deaths, there's 61,160 people who have passed away from corona in California. Oh my God, it's 61,000. I guess I missed the mark with 60. Okay. In the past 24 hours, 77 people have passed away. See, I just read that article where it said, 2,698 people have caught it, or new cases, and 98 people or 93 people. You see how it's different? So it is what it is. Okay. Now, in America has 31.9 million cases. Let me read that to you again. Let me say that to you again. 31.9 million cases. 31.9 million cases in the past 24 hours. 58,955 people. Read it again. 58,955 people have contracted it. As far as deaths, there's 569,569K people who have died from the COVID-19. The coronavirus, COVID-19, 569,000 people. In the past 24 hours, 796 people. Those are still three digits, and it went up. It went up. Okay, here is the graph now for California, and it's pretty much flattened. It has pretty much flattened. So, hey, Gavin, you can open it up, because I would like to take off these masks, because in Texas they don't have any regulations where they have to wear a mask or whatever, and the numbers are not bad. I mean, actually the numbers are lower, even though Texas, doesn't have the population that California has, but they don't have any restrictions. And I'm about to read it to you that the numbers, it's not really that. I mean, it's still lower than California. Okay, so in Texas has 2.86 million cases in the past 24 hours. Wait, let me get this. I got reading glasses. They haven't come in yet, but anyway. In the past 24 hours in Texas, 2,854 people have contracted the virus. As far as deaths in Texas, 49,916. In the past 24 hours, 13 people have passed away. 13 people have passed away. In California, they have 61,000 people who have passed away. In the past 24 hours, I think, was it 73 or something? So Texas they don't have any restrictions, and the numbers are better. So I don't know, even though it's less populated and it is more spread out. So I don't know the correlation. I have no idea. But here are the numbers. It has not flattened out, but the numbers, again, they're not as high as California. So I don't know what they're going to do in California. They want Gavin Newsom out. I guess because they want to open up the schools. You know what? I think I was supposed to. I need to apply to I need to take the test to become a substitute teacher, because they really need teachers now. A lot of teachers, they don't want to go back. So this is how I could possibly put my foot in the door as far as being a teacher. Okay, so that was Texas. Let's head over to Florida. All right, so in Florida. Okay, Florida has 2.18 million cases. In the past 24 hours, 5,571 people have contracted it. That's a little high. That's a little high for Florida. Yeah, that's almost as high as California. All right. As far as deaths, 34,615. In the past 24 hours, 83 people have passed away from COVID. Texas is doing better than Florida and California. And they still have not flatlined, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's low. It's low, but it's not flat. You see how this is flat? We need this over here to be like this. This is where it's flatline. This is we'll see. But everyone wants to go to Florida. Everyone wants to go to Miami. Everyone wants to go to Orlando. They're opening up the parks again. I want to go. I want to go to Orlando. I want to go to Disney World. So, I think also that people are like, oh God, I made it out. I'm alive. I want to travel. I want to see the rest of the world. Or, the stimulus checks. People are getting their stimulus checks, and they're like, you know what? We got this little bit of money. We've been cramped up in the house all this time. Let's go. Let's pack up and go. Again, I was looking on Frontier. They had a flight going to Denver or Phoenix for 15, but coming back it wasn't 15. I needed to be 15 going each way. So I was gonna go, but I don't know, I still might go. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so that was Florida. Let's head up to New York. First, we do New York City, and then we do New York State. So, in New York City, oh, okay, see, some states have stories and others don't. Okay, let's look at the stories for New York. Coronavirus global news live updates. Okay, NYC hints at possible easing of mask rules. Okay, vex vex sites to walk in for 60 plus. So I guess vaccination. Okay, India sets COVID-19 daily case record. Oh, ooh, that's kind of morbid. It looks like they have some type of body or something. Yeah, that's kind of. I guess they burn the corpse? Is that what they do in India? Because there's a lot of people in India. It's a lot of people. I guess they burn them. Marking a grave new milestone in the coronavirus pandemic, India recorded 312,731 new infections in a 24-hour period. Whoa. Okay, wait, let me read that again. Marking a grave new milestone. Someone, someone down the wrong throat. Okay, in a new okay, marking a grave new milestone in the coronavirus pandemic, India recorded 312,731 new infections in a 24-hour period. The Indian Health Ministry said on Thursday. It is the highest daily case count in a single country. I was about to say county. A single country since the virus surfaced in China more than a year ago. Wait, did I hear that right? 312,731 new infections in a 24-hour period. Not for an entire year, for one day. One day. Okay, India's total eclipsed the previous single day high of 300,669 cases. Whoa! Okay, over the past 2 months, the outbreak in India has exploded with reports of super spreader gatherings, oxygen shortages, and ambulance lined up outside hospitals because there are no ventilators for new patients. Oh my goodness. As cases worldwide reach new weekly records, 40% of infections are coming from India. A sobering reminder that the pandemic is far from over, even as infections decline and vaccinations speed ahead in the United States, the other wealthy parts of the world. India has surpassed 15.6 million total infections, second most to the United States. Ooh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? I didn't. I haven't heard it in the news or anything. Okay. Indian sets a new record. A league of their own, or section anyway, for basement. Fully vaccinated baseball fans will be granted their own section at the LA Dodgers game this weekend against the San Diego Padres. Okay. So, see, I gotta get. I gotta get vaccinated. I still think I got some green stuff in my. Silence is golden this year at least, as British town cries. London, long before newspapers and cable TV, Britain had the town crier ringing a bell and calling Oates. What does that have to do with anything? Anyway, I don't know. New coronavirus fire department of health. Okay. All right, let's get to the graphs. Where's the graph? All right, let's. Okay, I didn't know that about India. I did you? You guys drop it in the comments. I didn't know. Like I look at the news. At least I try and look at it in the morning and at night. I didn't know. I first woke up to the. I did not hear anything about the India with those numbers. That's why I make these videos for this channel. Anyway, okay. So New York City. We're down to New York. New York City, not New York State. In New York City has 912,000 cases, total cases. In the past 24 hours, 1,914 people have contracted the virus. As far as deaths, New York City has 32,200 deaths. Just for the city, 32,000. In the past 24 hours, 22 people have passed away from the coronavirus. Now, New York State. New York State has 2.01 million people who are infected. These numbers are really good considering how bad this time last year people were literally dropping like flies. April 2020, oh my God, people were like, remember how they had those portable morgues when they had to hold the bodies? Do you guys remember that? Go back to the my video this time last year, April 2020. This is why I wanted to chronicleize these videos, until this pandemic is over. I want to make at least one video a week, at least, so that we can just see how the world is changing, how it's adjusting, how it's readjusting, how possibly we could somewhat get to normal. Like I told you, I'm looking for a car, whatever, and at the dealership they didn't have on their masks. I was like, can you put on your mask, please? Anyway. Now, New York State has, yeah, okay, yeah. Did I read New York State? Let's read it again. New York State has 2.01 million cases. In the past 24 hours, 4,255 people have contracted the virus in New York State. As far as deaths, New York State has 51,228 deaths. In the past 24 hours, 45 people have died from the coronavirus in the state of New York. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Okay, they are not flattening out. Even though today was a good day, or yesterday, the past 24 hours, look at that graph. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so New York, I think, what was that, March 24th. What happened March 24th? Now, when was Easter? Wasn't Easter the beginning of April? So what happened on March 24th that those numbers skyrocketed like that? There was 20,000 people who had contracted. That was the most ever. Yeah, that was the most ever. 20,000 plus, 20,184 people contracted the virus in one day. And ever since then, I mean, yeah, it's gone down, but it's not flattened out like the rest of the states. You guys, I feel better. My shoulders did start to ache a little, and I thought I was have to go to the doctor because it got progressive, but it didn't. So cross your fingers. All right, but my back still that's hurt. Okay, let's head over to Michigan. Okay, in Michigan, let's head over to Michigan. Okay, so Michigan, let's read some of the articles from Detroit Free Press. Michigan's COVID-19 cases rate appears to have peaked as surge slows. That's a tongue twister. So the COVID-19 case rate appears to have peaked as surge slows. So that means that it peaked and now it's going down. Okay. Frontline workers hope for COVID-19 plateau relief with some Michigan hospitals at capacity. Michigan spring COVID-19 surge is close to previous pandemic high. Let's look at there if there's any other articles. Okay, India sets record. The system has collapsed in India's descent into COVID hell. Scientists who helped develop Pfizer BioNTech COVID vaccine agrees third shot is needed as immunity wanes. I don't know. Okay, so everything is about India. I didn't see this on TV. India posts daily rise of 300 plus thousand COVID cases, recorded death toll. California. Okay, California. All right. If you receive a call, text, or email offering the COVID-19 vaccine and requesting your personal or financial, whatever, so those are scams. Today, D10 supervisor at Shaman Walton and Dr. COVID joined. Okay, let's see. Lavette Richardson, an ICU nurse at ZSFG Care, wants you to know that COVID vaccines are safe. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Lavette. Okay, so Pfizer confirms fake COVID vaccines found in Mexico, Poland, black markets. Oh, that's sad. Pfizer identifies fake COVID-19 shots abroad as criminals exploit vaccine demand. Okay, Pfizer says it has uncovered counterfeit COVID vaccine distribution in Poland and Mexico. Okay, yeah. FDA finds poor condition at Baltimore plant that ruined millions of doses of Johnson and Johnson COVID vaccine. Peeling paint on sanitary practices among issues at U.S. plant making J&J COVID-19 vaccine. Biden offers tax credit for COVID-19 vaccination paid time off. That Biden announces tax credits for businesses given paid leave for COVID vaccines and recovery. Biden calls on employers to provide paid time off for COVID-19 vaccines, offers tax credits. Okay. Northern California Governor Roy Cooper announces goal to lift COVID-19 restrictions by June 1st. Okay, North Carolina. Um, okay. The COVID-19 plasma boom is over. What did you learn from it? Hmm, plasma. Okay. All right. So let's get to the numbers. Let's get to the numbers. I don't know. Okay. So North Carolina is about to start it up. Okay. So Michigan. Okay. Total cases in Michigan in the past. Well, total cases are not 895,000. In the past 24 hours, 6,004 people have contracted COVID. As far as deaths in Michigan, this is really low compared to California. I mean, this is more than half of what California has. 18,119 people have passed away. So 18,119 people have passed away. In California, this is a third of California because in California, 61,000 people have passed away. So, okay. I mean, even though it's high, but it's still a lot lower than California. But I think Michigan has probably a fifth of the people that they have in California. So, okay. Um, in the past 24 hours, 44 people have passed away from COVID. Okay, well, I think that was a little intense and detailed, don't you think? Again, I think I'm gonna get it. I think because I was just like, yeah, I think I need to get it. I think I do because, I'm ready to travel, and I just don't want it to, go away and then they start charging, and then you're like, oh shit, maybe I should have taken it while it was free and plentiful. So, you know, let me see. I'll see. I'll see. Anyway, that's it for today. I don't know if I'll, record tomorrow. I probably will. Hopefully I can do it in the morning. The problem is that I can't sleep at night. And I think it's because these hot flashes, I get so freaking hot from 12 to 6 in the morning. My body is, I'm on fire literally. Like I'll fall asleep and then I'll wake up and I'll be so freaking hot. Then I have to go to the refrigerator, get some ice, or get ice packs or cold packs, and I have to put it on, and then I'll go to sleep, and then I'll wake up hot again or whatever. So I'm really having a hard time going to sleep. I'm ready to go back to work. I am ready to go back to work. So we're gonna have to make sure that this ankle is getting right because I am honestly I'm ready to go back to work. Anyway, bye bye. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.